Well, good morning, Business 20 students. This is Mr.D, of course, and this is our final 2 weeks of class here at Norco College, week 7 and week 8. Even though your screen only says week 7, this is the last video I'm going to be doing for the semester here, fall 2022 at Norco College for business mathematics. And so I'm going to be covering the assignments that you need to be working on these next 2 weeks. As you know, next week is typically your finals week, but when you have an 8-week class, there's still content. Usually in a 16-week class, you just have your actual final. But because this is an 8-week class, there is still coursework that needs to be completed. And you have until Saturday night, the 17th, to actually complete all of the work in the course. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and to go over what assignments that you should be completing this week. And then, of course, getting a little bit into next week. So, of course, I'm going to come down here. We're starting this week, module number 4, which is going to be dealing with kind of the financial statements and things like that within business. So it's really important that you understand the 3 different financial statements, the income statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows. And a lot of the calculations and a lot of the ratios and stuff that you will be doing in this chapter come from those 2, at least the income statement and the balance sheet. And those are very important to determining the health of your business. So it's really important to know how to do some of those ratios, as well as to calculate what's called a vertical analysis or a horizontal analysis on both an income statement and a balance sheet. So you'll be learning that this week as you're looking at these various statements. But I'm looking here at this module number 4, week 7, which is this week. Of course, just like every week, you have the video that you're watching now. There's a read me first for Sienna, so that you can, or read me first, just giving you an explanation of how these principles fit into the big picture of business math. There's a help Sienna, so I'm going to put it into the context of Sienna's health and fitness. And then, of course, we already had it. We're not going to be having any more Zoom sessions, so that's done. I did last week. I did one. And then there's a study. I'm going to go ahead and remove that because I had the last one we're going to do last week. That was a carryover from last semester. Then you have chapter 15 on financial statements and ratios. So make sure you go into that, and you have to actually mark all of these. Everything I've shown you so far is done in order to get to the actual coursework, which you should know. But if you come here, it's going to show you exactly what you need to study. So in this case, 15.1 through 15-7 is what you need to know from chapter 15. And in there, I have a video. I have videos of all of this that I recorded. So if you come down here, it says video of me working out some of these principles. So they're all worked out in this video. So please watch the video. What I would do is play the video, open your book, and work through the problems with me. Same thing with chapter 21. Chapter 21, however, you're not covering very much. You're covering sections 21.5 through 21.9. So you don't need to deal with the lower sections. And make sure you understand how to do each of these: arithmetic mean, the medium, the mode, the range, and then do a small frequency distribution chart. Again, there's a video of me working out all of these problems right there in the study page. And of course, you have the PowerPoint. And then if you want to look at other people's videos on similar topics, you can watch the YouTube videos below. So that's all in preparation for you. Again, I have a new formula sheet, and I have the tips for solving word problems here. But then you have your check-in assignment. So again, if you get this done by the 8th of December, I'll get it graded by the weekend. And I did lag a little bit last week. I apologize on that. But then again, I haven't been getting very many people completing this by Thursday. And then there's the new case study. Your last case study is inventory valuation. So basically, this is going to be a 2-part problem. First part of the problem is you have to figure out the 3 different kinds of inventory, the FIFO, the LIFO, and the average inventory method. Then you have to put that information on a 3-column income statement that I've provided for you in the assignment. And so you basically need to do the net sales, beginning inventory. You need to fill all this information in based off of the information above, and then calculate your FIFO, your LIFO, and your average cost inventory. And that's going to be right here under ending inventory. So if you get those wrong, the rest of your income statement will be wrong. So make sure you get those correct. And then you're going to be adding and subtracting all of these various costs from your total net sales, and that's going to be basically an income statement. You'll be learning about that this week. So I would highly recommend that you do the homework on chapter 15 before you start doing the case study. But that case study is open for 2 weeks. So you have this week and next week to do it. And then, of course, you have a quiz this week on chapters 15 and 21. There's only 6 questions in the quiz, but a couple of them are going to be fill-in questions as you've been learning. And then if I go ahead and move ahead to the final week, you have, again, another Read Me First, another Help Sienna. You have a study page for chapter 20, which all you're doing next week is one chapter, which is on investments. So you're going to be learning, like if you buy stock and sell stock, how much profit are you going to have, etc. That's kind of what chapter 20 deals with. I have another formula sheet in here. And then, of course, you have your final check-in assignment. Now, your final check-in assignment is open now, and it's not any questions about math. It's all personal questions. What did you like about the class? What did you not like? What did you learn? What was your favorite topic, etc.? And then you have a final exam. So all you have really next week as far as coursework is answering some personal questions about the class, and then your final exam, which, by the way, started at chapter 12 in module 3. So module 3 and 4 are covered in this final exam. It's not cumulative, so everything that you did the first half of the class all the way up to compound interest, you don't have to do any of that. It's all stuff since then, which is going to be annuities, mortgages, inventory, depreciation, financial statements, statistics, and investments. That's what's going to be on the final exam. And then you have a mandatory post-test. So if you remember, and I'm going to just stress this real quick, if you remember when you first took the class or started the class, I had a pre-test, and it's the exact same questions that were on the pre-test are now going to be on the post-test, and I want to see if you've learned anything. So please, don't just, guess and then make your way through. Really try and work out the problems based off of what you know, and see if you've learned anything. And that's going to help me assess whether or not I'm actually meeting our student learning objectives. So anyway, so that's it for the coursework over the next 2 weeks. Again, if you've missed something, I think all of the quizzes, all of the case studies and everything are still open. You can still do them. If not, let me know. The only thing that's not open is the check-in assignments. So those check-in assignments are not open. Once you've missed them, they're done. You can't reopen those. If for some reason you've missed the midterm exam and you're still trying to make up work, I will open that for you to retake it. And then the final exam is due on Saturday the 17th, so you have until then to turn everything and anything in, and then the class will end, and I'll process grades over the next week and get those in before Christmas. So anyway, that's it for the course. As far as going beyond the course, I always look at all of my students and all of my classes as somewhat of a divine thing, and I believe that you're there for a reason and that you got to know me for a reason, so I want to help you in your future. If you ever need a recommendation, you need a reference, for a scholarship or for a four-year university or for a job, you can certainly use me if I could be of assistance to you. If you ever need any questions about your future, your college, you have personal questions, life issues, you need prayer, you need counsel, whatever. I'm not a counselor, but I can certainly send you in the right direction, and I can certainly pray for you or anything else that you might need. So I just want to make myself available to you beyond the class if there's anything that I could do for you or anything that you need. So please let me know. You have my cell number. You also have my email address. So I expect and I'm looking forward to great things for all of you, and finish strong, and you'll be glad you did. And if for some reason you don't pass the class, I will absolutely add you to my next class, whether or not there's a wait list. So just let me know, and I will make sure you get in there, okay? Have a great